Okay, so I have taken my plastic magnetic Dollar Tree letters and I have sprayed them already with one coat of the paint and primer from Krylon in the metallic silver. Now, if you want to keep this project all completely Dollar Tree, then Dollar Tree, at least the ones by me, do sell an acrylic paint, and it comes in a metallic silver, and it's very, very close to this one here, to the finish that this one gives. So I decided to use the spray paint just for time purposes, but definitely I would use that because it does really come out nicely if I had a little bit more time. So I went ahead, sprayed it once. I'm gonna go ahead and give it one more coat, and then I will move on to spraying my clothespins. Okay, so I'm now ready to spray my clothespins, and the easiest way to do this is just to attach your clothespins to a piece of cardboard. And I went all the way around the cardboard, and this way I can spray the one side, and if you have it sitting on something high, you could just flip the board over. You don't have to wait for it to dry and then spray your other side. This really cuts down the drying time. So on this board I have 104 clothespins, and that fits exactly around the platter perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now today I will be spraying this with the Rustic Mist from Rust-Oleum, the paint and primer. But again, if you want to keep this completely Dollar Tree, then Dollar Tree does sell, at least the ones by me, acrylic paint. And the one that I usually get it in is the Burnt Umber. And it's a really pretty brown. And if I had more time, then I would just be using that to make this 100% Dollar Tree. But you can get those items from there to complete this project. I had this on hand, and for timing purposes, I'm just going to use this to speed up the process. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one coat to each side, and then I'm gonna see how it looks. If I feel that it looks good, I will leave it, but if not, I will give it another coat. In the background, I've brought in my clothespins and my plastic magnetic letters. They have dried nicely, so I just have them aside before I begin gluing them onto the platter. I just wanted to make a little hanger to place behind the platter so that I could hang it to my metal door hanger. So what I will be using for that is just some extra jute twine that I had laying around. I found 3 pieces and cut them to equal lengths. I made a knot at the top, braided the rope, made a knot at the bottom so that I have this jute twine braided rope. Then I took my platter and I just went up to my door where I will be placing it and roughly estimated where I wanted my platter to sit. I then took my permanent marker, just made a couple of marks on the back of the platter so that I know exactly where to glue my jute twine rope. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that, and then I will begin gluing on the clothespins to the perimeter of the platter. Okay, so the glue has dried the jute twine rope to the platter. Now I did use a little bit of E6000 glue, and then I applied the hot glue to adhere the rope to the platter right away. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is putting or clipping on the clothespins to the platter. Now first of all, with the clothespins, I did spray the side that you will be seeing of the clothespin twice, and then the back of the clothespin I sprayed it once, since you won't be seeing it, but I did want it to have a bit of protection on it, so I did spray it once. Now I will be attaching the clothespins, and I will only be using the hot glue. I mean, first of all, it is a clothespin, so it's going to, I don't have much worry of it coming off. But I do want it to be attached, just because when I apply the letters to it, I don't want there to be any movement. I want them to be in place, but I'm not going to go ahead and apply the E6000 glue. If you do, or if this is something that you're going to be hanging outside, then maybe I would put the E6000 glue, because with the sun, the hot glue most likely would melt and they would come loose. But because I am using this inside of my home, then the E6000 glue I don't feel is necessary, and I'll just be using the hot glue. So I'm going to go ahead, and as well I'm going to be applying the glue on the back of the platter. This way, if there's excess glue that comes out, you're not going to see it in the front. It'll be in the back, but yet everything will be securely in place. So here I go. So now all the clothespins have been glued on, and I have not glued on the plastic magnetic letters yet. I just put them in place because I want to make sure that I have them where I want them, because once I glue it down, I don't want to mess this up, because I am absolutely loving this, and I have a feeling like I'm going to be making a lot more of these, because I just love how these are coming out. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my hot glue and glue down my letters to the clothespins, and I just went along the line. So I don't know if you can see here. Yeah, here is the line of the clothespin, so I put my bottom letters below it, and then with the top letters I put it above that line, and then just centered it to the pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that, and then we will move on to the next step. I will will be gluing the Dollar Tree candle holder to the center of the pumpkin. So I'm just going to place it where I like it. And then I will take my black marker, and in the corners of the candle holder, I will just make 4 little dots. This way I'm not playing around with it too much when I'm ready to glue it. I know where it's supposed to go, so I can very easily put it in place. Now I will apply some E6000 glue first, and then a little dab of the hot glue to adhere it to the platter quickly. So at this point, the original thought for this DIY is complete. I totally love this as it is, but I wanted to add a little bit more fall, which is why one of the items on the list of supplies was optional. That item were some Dollar Tree flowers, and I purchased 2 bunches, and you can see them here. The first are the burlap sunflowers, and then the second is the maple bouquet, which is really pretty. It has some leaves, it has some fall berries, and it also has one acorn on it, and I think it is so cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those to the bottom of the candle holder. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm going to take that piece of styrofoam that came with the candle holder. It already has the slit in it, and I'm gonna insert that back in, and then I'm gonna add my flowers. I'm gonna poke them through to the styrofoam to keep them in place. I'm not gonna glue it down or anything because I want to be able to remove it should I want to keep it plain just as it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll hang it on my door, and then you will see the final look complete with the Dollar Tree flowers. Okay everyone, so here is my completed Dollar Tree wreath platter, or platter wreath / wall decor DIY, and I absolutely love the way that it turned out. I added the tea light candle as well. I added the 1 bunch of sunflower, burlap sunflower, and the 1 bunch of the maple bouquet, and I think it was the absolute perfect amount to add to this piece. It's not too much. I just wanted a little something added to the bottom, but I definitely wanted to be able to see the pumpkin in the background. This definitely added a little bit more warmth, a little bit more dimension, and for sure a little bit more fall, which is exactly what I was looking for. So I'm so pleased with how this turned out. I really hope that you enjoyed this DIY. If you did, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always guys, take care, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.